Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much for joining me here. Hope you're having an amazing day. Happy Tuesday to you and your family. We're taking a look here, of course, at Bitcoin. We're going to peek a little bit at this fair value gap that was just filled here, the most recent one, right up to about 30,750. And then obviously some larger time frame ones as well, so you can kind of see what that looks like and where we're probably heading here in the near future. So if you like what you see here so far, like, thumbs up, the whole 9 yards, follow all that garbage down below, link down below, of course, if you want to become a better trader. CryptoCash.tech is a site. Oh, some quick important things here too, really quick. We got a trading competition with BingX, so if you're currently already using that or following, nice little $5,000 prize pool for this month. At least it runs until what, August 12th, so it's roughly 1 month of trading there. Make sure to jump on over there. And obviously, if you are new to the channel and you got hit by like Bybits and KuCoin KYC, BingX has you covered. You get a full $50 bonus with a $50 deposit, and $3,000 transfer volume gets you a $100 deposit bonus as well. So awesome stuff there. Thank you again to BingX for helping our community members just have a good place to trade. It's a really awesome environment. I copy trade and everything over there too. Link down below if you're curious about that. So what we want to look at here for Bitcoin is a pretty standard thing here. First of all, on the daily, we want to work our way down, obviously, and kind of see what's going on. In fact, let's touch on this here so you can kind of see this, because there is a pretty sizable gap here, right? So there's that fair value gap all the way down to about 28,400. So as I mentioned previously, Fibonacci retracement levels show us that 28,500 is a fair level, essentially that halfway mark, if you include this entire increase to decrease. So bottom line is that is an area in which we should see get filled eventually, because most fair value gaps, just like CME gaps, they tend to get filled eventually. Okay, so just bear in mind, we could see a wick down there. It may not be super substantial and stay there for long, but I do still feel like we're going to get filled down there. So getting a short to that level might be appropriate. Just depends on how you look at it. We did miss our short opportunity here. Unfortunately, 31,000 was not hit, but I have an open order there, full disclosure, for a short from 31,000 and down. Okay, so hoping we get filled with that, but for right now, Bitcoin is stabilizing. We saw a nice little candle wick there here today. We'll talk about that in a minute. So let's go ahead and discuss a few other factors here. First of all, when we look at the daily here, we can see that the RSI is kind of standard, right? It's kind of just trending right there between 50 and 70, close to about 60. We can see this little convergence here on stochastics, but the money flow index is still low. Okay, so as the money stays low, the price action well with it. We need to have more money coming to the market in order for this to occur. Last time we saw the money jump up like this, it was somewhere in the range of 16 billion that introduced in the market instantly within like a 5-minute candle. So again, big stuff needs to happen for the price to come up, because the bears are holding the price under 31,000 there. It's just kind of that point of contention. We can see the MACD is also flowing down as well, but we're starting to lose that momentum. Okay, so just the bottom line here is the longer we sustain this price point, the more potential we have for a breakout, either up or down. Okay, we're starting to squeeze on Bollinger Bands as well, and it's just one of those things here where we should expect the price to have some kind of volatile increase or decrease soon. I'm leaning more towards that fair value gap getting filled, and of course the CME gap in other ways, but generally speaking, that's just kind of a big back end thing that I like to kind of talk about to make sure you know what's going on. Let's take a quick look here at our background stuff here. So in other words, with high block capital, it's kind of nice. It kind of gives us some back end data, kind of things that we don't normally see on the charts, and just some important stuff to recognize. So the thing that kind of sticks out to me is that there's a lot more long positions getting closed today than opened, which is a pretty stark reality. We can also see concurrently a lot more shorts are opening than getting closed. So it really tells us that it's a little bit more short-term biased on basically short positions, right? So yeah, short on shorts. So that being said, we can see that this here is, of course, the bid-ask spread ratio. A lot more asks, of course. So people are trying to sell their Bitcoin at this 31,000 level. We don't see a tremendous amount of influx here for liquidations, but as we can see here, some shorts got liquidated here recently. That said, pretty standard stuff here. Nothing too crazy with the fear and greed index. We're looking pretty good. So again, this is kind of like the par for the course type of situation. Let's take a quick look at open interest and kind of see where our longs are at. Longs are definitely in the green. We got some nice longs here overnight, jumping in there at about 30,350. Furthermore, we can see here for shorts, this is where I'm kind of curious. We got shorts kind of averaged out a lot of earlier shorts, if you will, where they bought that high point at 30,600. That makes sense, because 30,600 has notoriously been a rejection point for us. In fact, right now we're seeing a lot of strong resistance for the moment, and it could very well hold. That's a prime area that I'm looking for a short position on. I just want to make sure we wait a little bit, because if we see this little candle wick up here, albeit probably likely just a fill to get that, that fair value gap, we can kind of see here that 30,600 is kind of that point of, magnetism, right? The price is gravitating between 30,000 and 30.6. So what does that mean for us here? Well, that tells us a lot in the sense that there's a more short-term bias towards short positions. Now, keep this in mind, this price waking up like it did just now tells us that we have a lot of buying pressure coming in here, right? So the volume has increased. We want to pay attention to that. You want to be kind of careful buying into these large volume swings, because of course they could go either direction. But with the way that we've kind of identified already with that fair value gap getting filled, there's a good chance here that we're going to see the price action pull back here soon, okay? Now, it could wick back up to 31,000. It's hard to say specifically, but right here at 30,600, that is the level we want to pay attention to. All right, so let's take a quick look at the 4-hour and work our way down and call it a day here. As we can see on the charts, we're averaging ourselves really close to 50 on the RSI. When things start to kind of average themselves out there, it tells us we're fairly range bound, which we've noticed for some time, and there's no consistency. In other words, 4-hour time frame is good about telling us transitions and the price is going up or down. We don't see any definitive direction here. We do see that the MACD is still converging, but that doesn't tell us a heck of a lot in the big picture, based on the simple fact that we're kind of averaging ourselves out right here in the middle. Now, the thing that is important to recognize is we are making higher lows here so far. Okay, so higher lows is important to recognize. This next push up here can break above this level, would have a higher high, and that would tell us that we're on the right track to break through that 31,000 resistance. For the moment, I don't think that we're kind of in that situation at this point. Okay, still a little early to tell. Once again, a lot of volume in a short amount of time. It's hard to really anticipate that. That being said, if we take a look at the hourly, let's go ahead and wrap this up here. We can see with the hourly on TD sequential, we hit this overextended state when the price wicked up like that, pulled back. That was yesterday, of course, and then obviously we see here today not a lot of consistency in the up or down trend. So there's no specific areas there that's telling us anything. Each Mocha cloud, of course, is going to give us some false positives here, telling us if you have a long position open, you probably would have want to closed it by now, but the lack of better terms here is that we're range bound, and there's not a lot of, I guess, definitive direction for seeing here with this type of indicator. To me, the fact that we wicked up like this, we have extra volume, leads me to believe we're going to probably see a retest of the 31,000 range, which I hope we can see here soon, just based on the simple fact that we have some potential, potential for a retracement at that level. Okay, so I want to try to get it closer to 31,000 for a short. That's just my personal opinion, because again, I think that fair value gap around 24 will get filled. That being said, this is roughly where we're at for the moment. So keep in mind, candle wicks are nasty, and you want to be careful with your stop losses, and also make sure that you're using good, effective risk management. Those are things I teach in my trading academy. Make sure to check that out. In fact, congratulations to our members here. We're seeing some nice, healthy profits on our Premium Plus. We got some XRP profits there, about 10%, Litecoin for 9%. And we just took another 9% from Litecoin. So again, all this is available on our BingX here. You can kind of see that our trade history is starting to grow, and we have some really cool stats here so far. So again, be sure to check that out. It's been an awesome little experience there so far, and I hope that you can learn and grow as a trader, of course. Be sure to check that out, cryptocash.tech. Once again, be sure to use this exclusive link here, because not only can you follow me on copy trading, with this link, you can have that free nice little deposit bonus, kind of cool stuff there. Again, this is only available until the 31st of July, so I'd just like to mention that there. And furthermore as well, obviously a trading competition on BitGet right now until August 12th. Again, cool stuff as part of our community. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you have a great rest of your day. We'll see you in tomorrow's video.